as a security. It has traded out there for 8 years. You know, it's kind of like, well, if it was a security, I guess we should have known that a long time ago.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to an episode of Turf Hour Script. Let's get right into today's video. Gary Gensler is out and about. We're talking about settlement. XRP was just declared not a security for retail investors. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode. We're going to break down what's happening here. Why are we talking about settlement? But first, take a listen to what Gary says here about the Ripple case.
How does the federal court ruling last week in the Ripple case impact your stance toward digital asset regulation? Does it inject urgency into the need for federal legislation to clarify regulatory oversight of this industry?
Look, our mission remains exactly what I spoke about earlier, about investor protection, promoting capital formation, and the markets in the middle. This is a recent decision, just a handful of days ago. We were pleased from that decision, recognizing the importance of protecting investors on the institutional investors in that, and that the court movement with regard to fair notice, and while disappointed on what they said about retail investors, we're still looking at it and assessing that opinion.
How does the federal court?
They're going to reassess it. They already lost against retail. XRP is not a security, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and smash that like button. There's nothing you could do to overturn that. But what you can do is go after institutional sales and try to come up with some kind of money. They're going after money here, folks, and they're not going to come out of this empty-handed. Take a listen to this. So this was just released today. United States District Court, Southern District of New York, and they're talking about a settlement and a general pre-trial. Includes scheduling, discovery, partial motions, and what kind of settlement can we be talking about? Well, take a listen to what Gary says. Gary is mad. He put his foot down, and he's going after institutional sales of XRP.
In terms of the decision, we're still taking a look at it. We're pleased with how the court's addressed itself to that a token for institutional investors is a security, how they address themselves to fair notice, disappointed in other aspect about retail investors, but we're still taking a look at that.
So what do you guys think will be the outcome of this? But I can assure you, by the end of this year, we're gonna see some significant regulatory clarity. This is step one of step 3. XRP is not a security, and now they're going to try to play around with it. They're going to see what they could pull out of this. They're going to milk this as much as they can. They're buying time to implement the new infrastructure. That's all that's happening right now. And in terms of Satoshi Nakamoto, Gary Gensler had this to say.
Satoshi Nakamoto writes an 8-page paper, and it was at the core of that paper was this concept of moving value on the internet without a central intermediary, a central bank or a commercial bank, but moving value on the internet. Whomever Satoshi was.
You can't even make this stuff up. Why is he even talking about she? It could be a she, it could be a he, it could also be a group of individuals. But I could assure you that the identity of Satoshi Nakamoto will be revealed one day. Are we that stupid, folks? Come on. If you don't think they know who Satoshi is, you're living in a bubble. There is zero doubt in my mind they have no idea who created Bitcoin. It makes absolute no sense whatsoever. You're talking about the same government that ran the debt clock all the way to $38 trillion or whatever it's at right now. Why didn't they stop the debt clock at 10 trillion? 15 trillion, 20 trillion, 30 trillion, 40 trillion. They had ways to prevent debt going up or inflation. They're all doing this on purpose. Satoshi Nakamoto, Bitcoin is just another mechanism for them to launder money on a very large scale. They could prop up the price of Bitcoin for years until the halving is done, which is 2041. They could utilize Bitcoin, and they are going to utilize Bitcoin in the next financial infrastructure. And then just like the 2008 crisis, right? We could potentially see that bubble burst in 2041 for Bitcoin. All good things come to an end, just like my relationship. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Quick little update. Gary's out and about. I still can't believe that he can't, get a hair transplant. I know they do that overseas with all the money that he has, with all the money that he's getting. I think he could afford a hair transplant. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Also, I want to know what you guys think about the settlement, the pre-trial motion. I'm not a lawyer, but things are looking good. We're set. This is just the SEC trying to come out with something, because they didn't win, right? They didn't win, and they still want something good out of this on their end. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with another.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch. I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.